Simon, fellow bats, and welcome back to another episode of Deck Profiles. Today we are going to be taking a look at our first mon in the Shining Legends set, and that is Shining Genesect. Now we're going to be going from this right into Crimson Invasion pretty much, so hopefully you guys will have tons of deck profiles and content coming your way still. But anyway, we've got this Shining Genesect here. 130 HP grass type Pokemon, not bulky, but a non-GX attacker, which is really cool. So it means that they're only going to be getting one prize card per knockout. The other benefit is his ability, and his attack is pretty decent as well. So with the energy reload ability, you can take it grass energy from one of your fellow Pokemon and attach it to Genesect, which means that, hey look, you've got energy, I'm going to take it now. Beauty. You also have got a Blaster, which isn't an overly powerful attack, but we've seen it work before. It's costing you 3 colorless energy for 50 damage. Now, that may not sound like a lot, but then when you can add it in with the 20 additional damage for each grass energy, that's a little better. But it obviously does not one-shot current day GXs. So what we're going to do is we're going to partner it up with Venusaur. Venusaur here has a very interesting ability called Jungle Totem. Each basic grass energy that is attached to your Pokemon actually provides 2 grass energy, which is really, really strong. Doubles up your energy, doubles up everything, makes it so much faster to set things up, and it's really, really handy. You can only have one of these abilities active at a time. So even if you have 2 Venusaurs out, only 1 Jungle Totem's actually being on effect right at the time. Venusaur's also got Solar Beam, but we're not going to be using it. We are not going to set up that thing at all. He's got 160 HP, which is nice. He's nice and bulky, just enough to make sure that he outlasts a few things. Next up, we are going to be running Oranguru. Oranguru, 120 HP, colorless Pokemon, has the Instruct, which is all we really want to look at. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 3 in hand. This way we never get kind of milled out, because I play fast, I'm not going to deny. After that Via Seeker rush we've had for years, I play fast. So Oranguru is kind of like my clutch. It makes sure that if I, for whatever reason, overplay, I have the ability to draw a few cards back. He also has Psychic. Now, because of the grass energy, this is only going to be like a 2-drop, so it'll do 60 and 20 more for each energy attached to our opponent's active Pokemon, which means he could theoretically attack if we really need to. And of course, we're going to be running Tapu Lele, 170 HP, Psychic-type Pokemon with the Wonder Tag ability. Pretty much our most common GX Pokemon in any deck nowadays. We've also got the Energy Drive attack, which really does benefit from the Venusaur as well, just so you guys know. Tapu Lele will be able to attack for 1 energy, doing all this wonderful damage for very cheap damage, or for cheap energy costs. The other thing too is you can get this up a lot higher because of the Jungle Totem's ability. So if you want to just keep stacking energy on Tapu Lele, you can do that. Now for our item cards, we're going to be running 1 Field Blower. We're going to be running 2 Heavy Ball. I like these balls because you get because you have the opportunity to get your Ivysaurs and your Venusaurs very quickly without having to use an Ultra Ball, or if you're worried about using a rare candy, you can go for the Heavy Ball, get that Venusaur out, be pretty good to go, no problems asked. You've got the Max Elixir in here so that we can get those energies regardless if they go on Oranguru, Tapu Lele, Genesect. I'll be able to get it onto the right attacker when I need it. I am running 1 Rescue Stretcher. This way I can kind of grab Pokemon from the discard pile if I need to. And we've got obviously 4 Ultra Ball. I'm running a Bridget. We are running 3 Guzma. I've got 4 N, 4 Sycamore. Pretty standard stuff, guys. Nothing over the top. We've got a Skylin here. I'm running 4 Fighting Fury Belts for either one of these 2 because they both can handle it. Giving Shining Genesect that 170 HP is really nice, and even Tapu Lele can benefit from the 210, if necessary, of course. And then we've got the giant Float Stone for these big guys here, being the Oranguru and the Venusaur. That way we cannot stay in the active position with the 2 guys we want, and we have the ability to kind of go from there. We're running 10 Grass Energy, and that's actually the deck. There's not much going on other than, you know, we're trying at the Genesect, seeing how it goes. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys would tech in. I've seen some Tapu Bulu. I've seen people preparing for Pheromosa. There's a few other good guys coming out that you could try out. But for now, this is pretty basic, standard stuff. I don't want to go overboard with having text in here. I love hearing what you guys have to do with that. So if you guys want to like tech it out and tell me exactly what kind of mods you use, that's also great. Always comment if you guys can. But that is going to be it. Let's see if we can get ourselves some wins on today's ladder. Alright guys, match number 1 is against ARL Brenneman. I hope I did that right. If I didn't, please let me know. Anyway, we're going to hit this coin toss up. We're going to hit tails, and we are not going to be going first in this matchup. Our opponent will be going first here, which is a bit of a downer. I really do need to set up Pokemon very quickly, and unfortunately, I will not be getting any Pokemon, so my opponent will be able to... my opponent mulliganed as well, so it's fine. Okay, apparently, here we go. Opponent mulligan once, and I mulligan once. Okay, so I know he's got Ninja Boy. I didn't see anything else. I should have looked, but I didn't. I'm bad at this. So we got the good old Genesect up here. I can bridge it turn 1, no problem here. And then I have the ability to Ultra Ball and do all that wonderful stuff after. He has an Oranguru start, which is really bad as far as I'm aware. Like, for me, that would be bad, starting out with Oranguru. I've got 1 copy of it, and that's the only Pokemon? No thanks. But he's actually going to go to set it up, and he's just going to go opt to Sycamore. He's getting rid of his Ninetales here. He might be looking to retreat, but he's got Darkrai and okay then. That is something different. Look at all this. He's running Darkrai EX with Alolan Ninetales. Choice Band down onto that Darkrai. Now he has the ability to retreat. He is going to go for an Instruct, which will draw him an additional card, and then he can't play Energy. He's already, yep, there he goes. All right, so we got 2 Ultra Balls here. I'm legit just going to go straight for a Bridget. I want a Bulbasaur, my Oranguru, and another Shining Genesect. Now, of course, I do not have any Grass Energy right now, but I do at this moment in time. Drop it on this one. Now, I can't support this turn anyway. Drop the... How big is Bulbasaur? Your 2 cost. I'm gonna drop this down, just because I do plan to Sycamore next turn. I'm gonna pass. This way, if he does go for a Psychic, it'll only do 60 damage to me. But he probably will be rotating out into that Vulpix. Now his Dark and Psychic type Pokemon have cost 2 less to retreat. He is going to go for an Instruct, which will draw him a card. We have 3 energy onto the Oranguru. He's just going to go for a How? How do you do this? But with that though, he has wasted 2 of his energy drops on the Oranguru. He goes for a Nest Ball. This is probably going to get him a Darkrai, is my assumption. Getting another Darkrai EX. Yeah, EX. He actually just goes for the Oblivion Wing Darkness Blade Yveltal. And we are going to take 60. This is why I did not bring the energy over. We get another I don't want to lose Venusaur. I really got no choice. Now, if I put one in the discard pile, my rescue stretcher can bring back the other one. But I really just need a Sycamore at this moment in time. So I'm gonna grab another attacker. As much as I do not want to do this, because I've lost 2 Venusaurs at this moment in time, I really need I needed my rescue stretcher, but I get the heavy ball, which as long as my other Venusaur is in here, which it is, I can now start setting up. I believe I can actually knock this good old guy out of here. So we're going to Rare Candy, Venusaur up. We can put another floatstone down. Thank you. Grass energy down onto the Genesect. We can grab energy reload, which will grab the only other grass energy in play. And we're going to go for a Gaia Blaster to knock this guy out. For 140 damage, we got rid of all the energy on the field. My opponent will be a little slower, which is absolutely wonderful as we continue to build our arsenal up. And now we've got Yveltal out again. So he can easily go for an Oblivion Wing here and try and start setting things up. Goes for a How, draws 3 additional cards. Now I know I can take this guy out, but he's going to start dwindling down my main Genesect, so I will want to start setting up one of the ones in the back without having to do too much. Because I've got 2 more hits if he just goes for Oblivion Wings here. And he still has another Dark Energy in the discard pile. I don't really need another Bulbasaur, but I should get one going just in case. We are going to drop the Grass Energy down onto the back one. I'm going to go for an Instruct. And that's an N. I'll take the N. I'll save the two balls. We've got Field Blower here. I got a Rare Candy. I need my Rescue Stretcher, but that's not that bad. We are going to go for a nice old Gaia Blaster here. And this will knock out Yveltal as well. We're going to pick up this guy here, and it's a Rare Candy. Okay, so we got Rare Candy out of the prizes. So if I can get a Rescue Stretcher to grab one of my 2 missing Venusaurs, I should be okay. Up comes the Darkrai. Now I do have a Guzma here, and which means I can easily just kind of drop another energy down, because I'll be doing 40 more on top of what I'm doing, so it's 180 damage, which means I can take out that Darkrai, which is our biggest threat. And if he decides to just stay in here right now, that's fine by me. It does drop an energy down onto that Darkrai. I want to have full control of this, so legit, like once he does it, I'm gonna retreat, take him out. It's good to go. And like at the moment in time, I have not had to use a Tapu Lele. So like right now, my opponent is in a 6 prize game. Now my opponent is very close to that. Like he's only got the 1 Darkrai, but that's all he's really set up. He's stuck in here. If he doesn't decide to switch this out, I do have the Guzma to kind of go and take him out. And he does decide to set up another energy onto that Darkrai. If he has a Guzma to set in, he has an N. Oh, that's bad, because there goes my Guzma. Come on, there's 3 of them in here. I got it back! I got it back, guys! Whew! That was a close one. And I got my energy, so I can easily just swap into my new one. Well, no, in order for me to knock that out, I do have to put it onto the active one. Which is fine, we are going to get a Grass Energy here. We're going to just drop that down here. We're going to Guzma in this bad boy. We're going to bring in our Venusaur, but it'll just be retreated out into our big ol' Genesect here. And because of that additional energy, I should be able to knock this thing out with 180 damage. We're going to pick up 2 prizes, Tapu Lele and the Fighting Fury Belt to get our second Genesect going. I really like that. Thank you. Up comes Vulpix, desperately needs to find another attacker. Now, unfortunately for me, I have lost... Oh no, I've only lost 1 Guzma. I thought I discarded one earlier, but that may have been a different game. We do see the double colorless here. Are you literally going for an Icy Snow right now? Oh no, you should be going for your... I know you've got Alolan Ninetales in there. So you might be going for like an Ice Path or something like that. But if you don't knock me out here, I can take out your Alolan Ninetales. Field Blower does take out my my Fighting Fury Belts. And a Floatstone, which is fine. I have another Floatstone and another Fury Belt in the back. So I can still technically come back here if they decide to go. How much does the Ice Path do? 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Okay, so you can knock me out. So you are just going to go for Beacon. Unfortunately, I cannot N in the area I am. You're going to go for 2 Darkrai's? think I want to drop this one here. Fury Belt here. Venusaur here. And I think I'm gonna retreat into this guy. 1, 2. Done. And now I can just energy reload and grab the other energy. Now I'm set up to attack again, and at the rate I'm going, he really doesn't have much else he can do. I don't need to Sycamore, and I don't plan to. If he knocks out a Pokemon, he knocks out a Pokemon, that's fine. But we are going to pick up an N here, which is kind of bad for me now, because I'd only be grabbing one card. Mind you, I can never get locked because of the Oranguru. Keep that in mind. I'll always have just 3. Field Blower does come back in, so I will lose another giant Fighting Fury Belt. Can't seem to get that off of my tongue. Down comes the Darkrai. Now that card, you don't really want to play it. You want to sack it and then bring it back from the discard pile. But even with, the amount of HP you currently have, I can knock out and still claim game. And you've got no energy on the board, so none of your guys can attack me. I really do believe we have this one in the bag. Like, even this guy here, he needs 3 energy to attack, 2 energy to attack, 2 energy to attack. Just the Absol can really do anything. And you get to look at the top 4 cards. Like, yes, your Darkrai in the back could attack. But you're only going to be doing, what? 30 and putting me to sleep. And he just passes. That is actually going to be the game. Unfortunately for him, I'm going to just try and grab another energy. Nothing off of the deck there. And I'll Sycamore just to say I have. Grass energy to increase our damage output. Put it down onto the Genesect here. We're going to grab an energy reload. And we are going to go for the Gaia Blaster to knock out. That's 250 damage for 5 energy. See, guys, it is possible to hit those high numbers with this deck, which is really cool. Takes a lot of energy, but you know what? It's possible. It's not often that I get a win on the channel, so it's been absolutely needed. Definitely revigorates me a little bit to see that we're actually getting some wins on the channel. It's been a long time. Genesect there just doing 890 damage. Nothing that bad, but you know what? We got the damage off. But of course, we're going to go in round 2, see if we can manage to keep up the game, because obviously my opponent was not playing the most competitive deck. I don't know. Like, it felt like he was bricked, a little bit junky. I don't know how it is, but it was not able to perform. He did not get a he did not get a prize out of me at all. And I was able to maneuver, get the right prizes, make sure his knockouts were secured, or like I was able to take out his threats before they were actually a threat. But either way, let's get into game number 2 and see if my luck is the same. Alright, match number 2 is against Jim Koss Jr. And we're still playing Shining Genesect. I'll never get used to that name. I'll never get used to calling them Shining. But I've been enjoying this deck so far. It's actually a lot of fun. Except when you mulligan. Not that that was a great hand anyway, so I'm kind of glad it is. But we'll see how it goes. Here we go. Let's see. I get a Bulbasaur start. I don't have a great opening hand, to be honest. Kind of hoping my opponent ends me turn 1. That would be the most optimal turn. My opponent's running an Alolan Rattata. I'm intrigued. We do see Floatstone. Tapu Lele drops. Will they be playing that ever lovely end? No, it's going to be Bridget, which is expected, to be honest with you. Bridget. We're going to see I was not expecting this. I need to end. My hand is bad. Alright. Okay, I got Bridget for the next turn. But I'm going to be like a turn or two behind here. Not much I can do. I'm going to drop this grass energy down because Shining Genesect can grab it later. But that is all I want to do. If I can draw a Venusaur, I'll be in great shape. If I don't, I'll be in really bad shape. Now, don't get me wrong, I have Skyla in the back too. Like, I've got plays, but I don't have anything that really keeps me from doing too much. Like right now, I've legit got 2 Bulbasaurs. My opponent goes for a Puzzle of Time and grabs a Float Stone and Choice Band back. Good thing that Choice Band's not going to be doing too much to me. Float Stone down, Sycamore, and just goes for an Enhanced Fang, which is going to do 60, and this is why Bulbasaur is so bulky! 70 HP! I got Venusaur. I'm not displeased about this. I can set up the one in the back, kind of get myself going here. I may be losing a Bulbasaur, but that's alright. I'm going to grab these 3 here. Should I be going for that, though? I really don't think so. I know I've bridged it already, but at this moment in time, if I have a Sycamore in hand, he knows, hey look, you can't stall me at that bad. But unfortunately, I'm gonna lose the Bulbasaur in the front. Nothing I can do there, but I'm gonna try and set up for the following turn. If I can get Venusaur on this one, that'll be great. I had the opportunity. I have lost a rare candy though. Crushing Hammer does not work, which is absolutely necessary. Can't be losing my grass energy. That stuff's important. I could have worn Groot. Didn't even think of that. I could have worn Groot. Crushing Hammer again. Thank you. Choice Band down onto the back one, and Enhanced Bite will take out my Bulbasaur. That is unfortunate, but it is what it had to be. I get Guzma. That's 2 Guz. No, that's just 1. I am Sycamoring here. I need cards. Badly. No rare candy. Max Elixir. Take it. Drop it onto you. I'm gonna energy reload. I'm gonna go right down to get that Venusaur. I'm gonna save my Ultra Ball. I need this Venusaur in order to start taking knockouts. And if I can pull a rare candy, if I can top deck a rare candy right now, Oran Guru, please help me out. It's a Guzma. Not quite the same, but we'll go for the Gaia Blaster nonetheless, and we will hit for 120 damage. Still enough to kill a KO. We get a Max Elixir, which is great. I can set that up, still do damage. Up comes another Rattata. So this is literally like, so he's trying to stall me out. And all he does is use tool cards and goes for damage. He's a stall deck with Raticate. And there's no energy probably in this deck at all. None whatsoever. Might have to try this deck out, actually. So we're taking a 60. I have the Venusaur now, so I just need like a rare candy here. Of course, no, I don't get. Max Elixir, it hits. So we can still go for another knockout here. We are going to grab the energy reload. I can go for a Tapu Lele Skyla here? No, I cannot. The Skyla's already gone. And? It's really my only play? Heavy Ball for Ivysaur. We're gonna go this the long way. And I've currently just lost a Bulbasaur, so the Rescue Stretcher isn't gonna do much for me. I'm gonna get this energy down, get it out of the deck. I don't need to use the Fighting Fairy Belt or anything like that right now. I'll just take another knockout. Rare candy? Don't matter. I get a Guzma. Guzma's good now. I can kind of get into what I want to hit, be fine with it. I don't have float stones or anything like that on me. But my opponent will be able to still hit me for 60. He's still trying to knock out my energy, which is fine. I will get another wrap before it all goes down. But I don't need to do any more energy attachments. I have Venusaur now. Boom! Guzma's not going to get me anything right now, so I'm going to drop this energy down onto this back one. And we just go for Gaia Blaster. There we go. Get rid of another rat. These infested rats are on my screen, and oh, now I get the rare candy! Alright, so this Rattata is the last one to deal with. He can easily evolve it, no problem, and he will take out my Shining Genesect in the front. He actually ends me, so this is pretty bad. But it could work in my favor. I can never be lower, which is great. And I got Tapu Lele, so I can easily just go for a Sycamore at this point. Alolan Raticate is coming in. Up it comes. He will knock out my Shining Genesect, which is absolutely fine. But at this moment in time, I'll have taken out every single one of his rats. So he does bring up a Rescue Stretcher. He's going to definitely be putting in those rats back into the deck. Actually just grabs one and puts it on the field. Keeps himself energized, ready to go. This is an interesting deck that he's playing. Very interesting. But up comes my new one. We are going to go for a Max Elixir. We do land on the Grass Energy, so that's more energy down. I'll just put it down on the Oranguru because our energy reload will be able to grab that. And I'm going to Tapu Lele Sycamore. Why not? I've got two Guzma still in the deck, with a high chance to potentially pull one for the following turn to get that Tapu Lele. And I don't feel like it's the right call to be getting it now. There it is. I got my Tapu Lele. I got another Shining Genesect. So I got another attacker going. I got a Float Stone down. Let's get some energy here. And we're going to go for a knockout. And all I need to do now is make sure that I can hit Guzma. We get another Sycamore. In comes the rat. This is an interesting game. My opponent is doing a fantastic job of trying to keep me at pace, but because of my theoretical low energy cost because of Venusaur, it's really hard for him to actually stall me out now. He finally does land a Crushing Hammer. Does get it out. Field Blowers my Fighting Fairy Belts away. Bit of a problem. He should definitely go. He actually did not get me my Float Stone, which is absolutely wonderful. Attaches a Float Stone over to the Oranguru. Does need to get an energy or a Float Stone drop onto that Alolan Rattata for that Eradicate to be hitting me for anything. He actually just switches. Comes to the Oranguru. That's fine. Let's get some energy. We fail on the energy count. And I can't go for my Tapu Lele. Or I can't go for his Tapu Lele because I cannot go for Guzma. Sweet Sycamore. I just want to make sure I got him in my hand. Alright. Float Stone here. I have only 5 cards left in the deck as well, so I gotta be really careful. At most, in damage perspective, he can only hit me for 60. And let's just go for the knockout. Regardless of what happens now, I should be able to pick up the win on the next turn. So down goes his Oranguru. We're going to pick up the good old rare candy. So 2 of my rare candies reprised that game. Made it very hard to level up my Venusaur, but we still got it. Still got it. In comes the rat. Again, could only, as far as I know, can only do 60 damage to me. Choice Band is not going to do a whole lot. Team Flare Grunt is not going to really save you at this moment in time. Focus Energy. What does this do? Okay, so your bite does 60 damage. But you have 40 HP and I can attack. GG! GG! So that is the rat deck going down to Shining Genesect. A little bit more trickier than the Darkrai EX deck. I really liked the concept of that. Unfortunately, did not have maybe enough control. But you know what? I'll take it. It is what it is. My opponent still tried to put out a fantastic game. Did a lot of damage, considering they were Ratatats and Raticates. And no energy. Like, that was insane. No energy deck, and just evolution, 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 keeping those rats in play. I think maybe at one point he should have gone for one of the rescue stretchers to get a lot of those rats back in the deck, so he had the opportunity to kind of keep on going. But his flow was really, really hard to keep up with because he couldn't get my knockouts. And if he did, is like one prize. Like, it wasn't worth it. Whereas, like, if it was a regular GX or an EX and he was able to hit special energies and slow the deck down, I could definitely see that becoming something of a relevance. Like, getting rid of a double colorless off of, like, an Alolan Ninetales, for instance. Huge. You slow them down big. Getting rid of their rainbow energy or anything like that. It really shuts them down. But when Genesect is being powered up by a Venusaur and getting double energy out of it, it's not going to happen. But needless to say, personally, I really like this deck. I think I'll probably play this a few more times, especially if we do continue streaming with TCGO. I really enjoyed this deck. It was a lot of fun. I've got another Venusaur build coming for you guys probably on Wednesday. It's a little bit of a surprise, but think Venusaur. And then I'm hoping to have one more Shining Legends deck for you for this week, and that should be our lineup. But anyway, that is going to be it for today. If you guys are brand new here, please hit that subscribe button. It means the world to me you guys come out and watch the videos on the regular. We are almost at that 1K mark, and I'm excited. Goal is hit 1K before the end of the year. It does not look like it right now. I need more than 50 subs a month between the 2 months remaining for the year. But you know what? Goals can be happening, and we will make it work if we can do it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to get myself out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. But until then, time out.